Say what rich dirt is again. Rich dirt is
Rich dirt is this, which is compost, topsoil,
topsoil,
and the existing soil.
and existing.
Whatever you digged out. Okay, that's the existing soil. Okay. Come there.
What is it? Topsoil?
This is compost,
Topsoil,
compost, a mixture of compost, rich dirt, and topsoil. Which is, no. This is what we call rich dirt. Those two comprise makes rich dirt. Okay? That's the existing soil, and this is our dressing. Okay? Our dressing is just compost. Okay? Thank you, Sister Pam.
It's topsoil and compost.
Topsoil and compost right here. Topsoil is what you get at the top of, normally when you dig.
Here it is right here.
All right?
Topsoil right here.
Yeah. It's just normally what you would find. When you keep digging deeper, it gets harder, more rocky, more unfavorable soil. The topsoil
soil
is
is
nice and fertile and broken down and so on. That's what they would call topsoil. That's a very good question. Excellent question. All right. So what we want to do, we want to fill this hole. It's about 2 feet and a little some change. So we want to fill 25% of this hole with this product. Okay? So let's go ahead and put that in. Okay? Yeah, you can go ahead and put that in. Shovel one at a time and just. Oh, I'm sorry. This is rocks. A little bit heavy. All right.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to.
Okay. This is a wonderful and good work.
Filling it too.
Okay.
Is there?
Topsoil, compost.
No, it's fine. Grass is fine. No worries. You just put it in there.
Okay. Landandfarm.com. Yep.
All right. No, not that one. Okay. All right. So this looks good. This looks good. So we'll stop here. Okay. We'll stop here, and I'm just going to compact it a little bit.
You were here last week? Yes. Yes. It was very good.
Now, by the way, you can find another YouTube video online that by Monta Media where they demonstrated this, and you can find this video. And in that video, actually, a man who's used this method for years, he planted 2 trees. One the way the forestry department advised him to do, and one the Ellen White method. And the Ellen White method doubled, like the growth was double than the other. Okay. All right. And remember, healthy plants never get disease. All right? So, where's my good friend Khalid? Oh, you got the knife?
Yeah.
Go ahead and cut this, and we're going to put the stones in here. Okay? We're going to put a layer of stone. Okay? Huh? You know, people say it's for drainage, some people, but one individual doesn't think so. He says that there's actually... the rocks actually help the roots the way they communicate with to get nutrients from the soil is by electrical contact, and they said the rocks actually help that contact.
Wow.
Don't know. It could be for drainage. I'm not sure, but
It works.
I'll follow the Lord until He reveals that light to me, personally. But I didn't see it anywhere in the Spirit of Prophecy as being as such. Now, the rocks can be big or small. Don't put a stone in here. Rocks. Okay?
Watch your hand.
Right.
Get it. It's river pebbles. Can you actually get it from the river?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find last time we dug, we found a lot of stones. Like we took out a lot of stones where we were digging last time we did the training class. Okay. So you go ahead and pour it in.
Let it go. Let it go. One bag.
Okay. Simple. You don't need that much. Just a thin layer. Okay. Just one thin layer of this.
So just one bag. Okay.
All right. So we'll just you know, it takes a while. It takes a while to learn that. You're like, oh no, don't sit down. It takes a while to learn. Like, look, you know, it does. It really is like letting your children go out play and so on. Some of these things, okay. But we're preparing her for country living. So okay, now we'll fill the rest of the rich dirt in there. Everything. Just we can clean it up and put everything in here. Okay.
Where's the tree at?
You're putting
There
your
you
rocks
go.
on.
Okay. That is a good way to do it. So you see, you could save yourself on labor. You're like, okay, you know what? There's a better way of doing this.
There's a better way.
Yes.
Sweep it in.
Come,
Sweep it in.
come on, son. Yeah. You see the way? See the way that he's doing it back there? See, that's from experience.
You have a garden up, come in the garden up there on the
Yeah,
street.
exactly.
Just don't go too deep. Just let them
Bring you back.
You just use a leg.
No, look at him.
Save your back.
Okay.
Him is a help.
Put it on in there.
Anu, come baby. Come baby.
All day.
We're gonna put in this one.
You'll know the night.
Okay?
Oh, it's just so you'll feel
Yeah, just slightly. You're not digging in, you're just kinda like lightly. Okay? Yeah. Alright?
Yeah, relax, honey. You can take mine.
Give it to it. Small part.
Alright?
Oh, well, how you doing, bro?
Listen, if you do this type of work every day around your farm, you'll be one of the most healthiest individuals. Okay? So you don't need a gym. This is our gym. Adam and Eve didn't have a gym. Okay?
That's the trampoline right there.
Now I'm just making sure I pack it in so we can get as much as we can in here, okay? Alright? Alright. Excellent.
Now the layer of earth.
Alright. Now we got to put the layer of earth, which is the existing soil. So let's fill it up to about maybe right here. Okay? And then we'll go from there. And then the rest of the way would go with the dressing. Okay? Okay, this is a good work, brethren. It builds character,
It builds muscle.
you know,
Builds muscle,
it builds muscle.
Makes you hungry.
Yes. Well, yeah, when you sit down and listen, when you let your children's work, when you let your children work this way, they're not gonna be picking and choosing like I don't like my vegetables. They're gonna eat. Right? That's right.
You'll be getting on your nerves because you're too tired to do that.
Yeah. Let them get their energies out. Which one builds more, character or muscle? More character than muscle, believe you me. Okay?
Bless you.
That's it.
Let's get a little bit more in here. All right.
Look like grave diggers.
Yeah.
A little bit more. Excellent. All right. Okay, let's.
Oops, somebody come looking for you.
Okay. Just making sure I compact it. Now, this is. Why are we doing this? When your tree grows, it's gonna go into this, because it's loose soil, right? It's gonna go deep roots, but this is food for the tree. Guess for how many years?
7.
Probably 5 to 7 years. Okay, this is food for. So it's shooting down, and now that's why your tree is gonna be double that of the forestry department. Because the forestry department, this roots is gonna try to go down, and it can't, so it's gonna go
Because the ground is
sideways.
so hard.
Because it needs to survive and to do whatever it takes.
Okay.
Okay, so you're creating a more favorable situation in this way. Okay, now we're gonna get one more of this. Okay. Khalid, go ahead, cut it for me. We'll do one more, and then we'll fill this. We'll fill this just a little bit of the way, and then we're gonna bring our tree, put it down, and then we're gonna cover it the rest of the way. Okay, just a little bit. So you guys can go ahead and get started with this. Khalid, you have your knife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this
go ahead.
dressing
Go ahead and
or
cut it.
Yeah,
is this part of the dressing?
Yeah, this is dressing, the
Oh, okay.
compost, and
Okay. That'll work.
see, we did the rocks, and then you
Right.
did the layer.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
The rocks. Oh,
And then it earth.
the dressing is
Should not
earth and compost.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
This one is the compost. This is where after your leaf decompose, okay? Excellent stuff. So, anybody has a fork?
That's all right.
Nobody has?
I thought
So we'll just mix this. If you have your shovels, we can mix this. You guys can come
No, it's not
and
supposed
mix
to
this,
smell. There's a recipe
and then
for that,
start
too.
filling it after you mix it. Start filling a little bit of it. And where's our tree?
Taller than the hole.
Okay. So let's put like a nice thin layer of this in here. Okay. Just a nice thin layer. Okay. That's it. Okay. Put a few more shovels. Here, yeah. Keep going. Okay. Right. That's all right. Go.
Can't you live it? He's not a cross, but he can't be buried.
This is really, really rich. Khalid?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, roll it on the side. Roll it on the side. Press it down. Press it.
Hey, Tim.
They don't leave the pot in there? No, they don't pull out the pot. That's what we're trying to do right now.
Okay, I cleaned the bucket.
You got it.
I cleaned the bucket.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, my dear.
It's not too high.
Yeah, it's still good. We can work with it. Now, normally, if it didn't have this, I would put a nice rock like this, just to give it some stability. Okay, just the root to land on this. Right? If it just came the root, sometimes you can get it like that. But since it's already coming like this, what I want to do though, I want to break up these roots. Okay.
Aren't you damaging them?
No.
Yes, I want to break this up because I want the roots to start shooting soon. Okay.
What's the longevity of the tree?
It all depends. Now this is a dwarf tree, meaning it's not your normal like 15. Eh? It's already bearing, right? Yeah. So dwarf trees, sometimes you can get dwarf trees up to like just 8 feet tall. That's it. Okay. Dwarf trees have a shorter life than normal trees, but they will do well. Okay. So you'll see this is gonna bear real nice, especially if it's being pruned right, taken care of, and so on and so on, without even much watering. Okay. So now we got it down. Let's go ahead and then put everything in here and here. And let's cover it up, okay? All right, Anu, come here, baby. Let them do it, baby.
You know, we'll come back in a few years and she's going to be teaching these classes.
Oh, amen. That's the plan.
All right.
That is the plan.
Oh, no, I'll be gone. I'm sorry.
That's
I'll be gone.
you won't be here. That's the idea. That's right, moving up.
One way.
Huh?
Yes,
One way.
Wherever it is I decide to go. That's one place. There you go.
Just get as much as we can in here.
There you go.
Anna, come, baby.
We have a lot of years around.
All right. Gather up the fragments. Let nothing be wasted.
Say,
Okay.
that's why I was asking what it can mix it. Mix it on that. Bring it in.
Okay. Now let's just spread it all around. Okay.
Filled up that whole bag.
Yeah. we're gonna add a little bit more actually, which is
A little bit more topsoil? Or?
yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of couple more topsoil just to go ahead and fill it up.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
That's the same one that you put on. That's
Right.
the same as this black soil, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, the black soil is compost
Okay.
mixed with
No, no.
topsoil, but we're gonna
Yeah,
add
that's
more
what I mean,
topsoil because
the
that's what we have left.
Yeah, the top one.
Okay.
The dark.
The dark one? The dark one is
Compost, right?
yeah. No, that's compost.
No, the darker. From
The really
bag.
dark one, like
Yeah,
this
the
one.
really dark one.
Yeah, that's compost.
Oh,
Soil conditioner.
Topsoil would be this.
oh,
Sort of
got
gray
you.
shade.
Ammonia.
Oh, that's all.
We got something else in there.
Yeah, that does look
Yeah,
We got a bag
a
of
little bit
something
more
inside
sand.
the bag.
good. You don't want to use this one? You don't want to use this one?
If it comes down to it, we'll use it.
What about, do you have to have a male and a female tree? Yeah, explain that one.
Not necessarily. Only with different varieties.
Okay. But
Like
how do you know
apple
that
trees, you want to have two
two apple trees?
apple trees, different varieties. I'm sorry, same varieties, so that they could cross pollinate. Not even cross, but they could pollinate, not cross pollinate. Sorry. Okay.
Like for the pear tree, you don't have to?
No. You don't necessarily have to with pear trees. I believe it's only apple. Maybe with pear trees you may. But it will pollinate with what's out here, but you always do better with another one next to it.
So will other ones spring up? I wonder if other
Will
ones.
seeds from this fall and grow?
Anna, come. So it seems like we're not gonna have enough soil. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna dig.
You can't use the top one?
You don't need this one? You can't use this?
Even if we use that one, I don't think it'll be enough. So what we'll do is dig. I thought we would have
That
enough.
well, but not enough.
So we miscalculated it. So Hannah, come on out. Go to mama. Go by mama. Okay?
Take it out. That's what I was saying.
Let's dig it. Then we'll go down. We'll just put it to the side. Okay?
It's so clean.
So all right, now let's.
But you still gotta form a mound around the tree.
Yes. Now even if we put some more, not much more that we need.
Right.
Okay? So we'll put a couple of more topsoils on this. It should be good, and then we'll put our mulch after that. Okay?
We got too much people here in the mice office.
Now that's what you gotta pray about, that the deer don't just
We
kill
got
this tree.
a small herd of deer around here.
A lot of.
And they're resident.
Can't you put something around it?
We can get some more. Khalid, where are you?
I'm right here.
You got it? Okay.
You can put
Let's
some
get-
netting around it. Yeah. Cover the tree.
Khalid is my knife guy today.
The deer will say, smorgasbord.
Yeah, just like you go cover the tree.
They have some dwarf trees that you can actually even, like the greenhouse that by God's grace we're gonna make. It's gonna be a walk-in, so you can actually even put like small dwarf trees in there, like citrus and stuff like that. That need a lot of warmth. You can put in there. Some people in Virginia have grown bananas inside their greenhouse. Perfectly, got fruit and everything. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, definitely. So that's one of the advantages that you can use dwarf trees for.
Shake it, Khalid, shake it.
Get more out.
All of it? Yeah, all of it.
You said 98 cents.
Miami.
How much is it?
When it's on sale, it's 98 cents. You can get it at the beginning of the season.
By the way, one thing that comes to my mind, next time we do this, we can actually even approach nurseries and be like, hey, listen, we're a church organization. We're trying to do a class. So can you donate a tree? Usually they're very favorable to things like that, okay? So that's one way you can defer costs if you're going to do like a training somewhere or show people how to do this. It's one way. Just an idea. Let's put that one on too, Khalid. This one?
This one?
Yeah, it's wonderful. You did excellent. All right?
And we want the cherry trees. I put cherry trees up there in the cherry trees. I don't want them. I don't jealous. I want them tiny.
Not a service berry.
You know Serviceberry?
I've heard about it, yeah.
Oh, we only heard about it. I want somebody who knows.
I've heard about service
Yeah, what I do
berry.
have a Serviceberry
All
up
of
there.
it? Yeah, all of it. You can put all of it in.
I have 2 black cherries and a Serviceberry. Yeah, that's it right here.
Now, we didn't put them in, but you can use certain amendments for these things. And this one is cottonseed meal. This is really good for like giving nice leafy green growth. It brings nitrogen into the soil. And this one is rock phosphate. Now the rock phosphate you could even put up top because it could break down and go down. Not could, it will. Alright, so I'll just put a little bit of it up here so it could just decompose and go in, and I'll even cover some up. What this does, it promotes root growth, especially for fruit plants. Okay? For fruit plants. I'm sorry?
You only need a little bit of it, not to go bad.
Yeah, not too much.
Okay.
But remember, this is a trench. A big hole. So you probably need about maybe 2 cups of this, okay?
And what was the other thing? Cottonseed?
Cottonseed meal,
Okay.
okay? You can put things like kelp in there, okay? So if you lived in the Caribbean, they'll just run down to the ocean water, grab some ocean water after you finish like this, and water it with ocean water. Just a little bit, not much, not a whole lot. And that will give you all the nutrients, elements, and so on that are necessary, all right? Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and stop this. Now one thing is, this area, since it's so wet, it may not be, maybe just now because it's rained, but it may be that it could be dry in the area. So if you want to keep the moisture in there, one of the ways to do it is just you put mulch right up on top, okay, to keep the moisture in after you finish planting everything. Okay. The other thing about dwarf trees too, with dwarf trees, depending on their height, you could plant them even as closely as 5 feet apart. As you can see here, so it's probably maybe a little over 5 feet right here. So when this dwarf tree gets big, and if this was another apple tree or whatever, when you're making your orchard, you still be fine. Okay, depending on the height, of course. So if it's 8 to 10 feet tall, I believe it'll be okay. Okay.
I don't know.
Now,
Some of it might belong to the church.
this is mulch. It decomposed a little bit, but it's okay. I believe it will do its job. Okay. So we just want to keep the moisture locked in here. Alright. And it's just a really slightly thin layer, just to give it moisture, okay? Nothing stupendous or anything like that. You don't have to just pile it on. Actually, if you put too much, it might even prevent water from going down quickly enough. Okay? Alright? So, our pear tree is planted. So, you know, Paul says, I plant the seed, Apollo waters, but who brings the increase?
God.
So, we planted the seed, you water, and God will give you the fruits.
Amen.
And this tree will be planted as a memorial to Liberty Church, that God has a plan for every family to live in a country home where they can raise their own provisions, especially in the time of trouble. All right? So this is a memorial. Every time someone gets out here and eats a pear, I'm hoping we can even put a little plaque reminding people. You know? So this is as a memorial. And this is what Israel would do. Israel would set up a rock or something to say this is a memorial based upon such and such and such. Okay? So this is it. We've planted our tree. And yeah,
Thank you, Brother Ben.
let's take a picture of it. And remember, you always say amen, right? Amen. Amen.
So do you water that every day, Brother Ben?
No, it's got water, it's
no.
got hot water table down there.
Yeah.
Enough water down there.
Normally, I would tell you to water the tree every day for about maybe a month or two, right? Because it's a new tree. This time, it's so wet down there,
Yeah.
I have no concerns. Because the soil is so moist already, all right? Usually with fruit trees, one of the good things about fruits is that there's not much care given to them like vegetables, all right? You depend on rain and different things like that rather than water. Once it gets to be a nice sizable tree, it'll be fine, you know, unless there's a horrible drought, okay? All right, so this is it. What we'll do, we'll clean up, and I want to take a picture with all of us, maybe right
Oh,
this,
yeah. All right,
with the
John.
tree, okay?